just like that, we're back, keeping you entertained all the way till the end of the show. And I know some of you are like me and you're a bit of a skeptic when it comes to magic because you're like, there's no way this could be real. Well, hopefully Alex will be changing your mind pretty soon. Of course, he does have a lot of experience, with over a decade of experience in the magic world, rather. He is here to talk to us about his magic, how he started, and most importantly, how he's getting those tricks. I don't know if he's going to teach us his magic tricks. I don't think he's allowed to, but you know what? I might as well try. Alex, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about you as an artist, because you know, magician is it's an artistry. How did you get into this artistry?
Well, I've been in it for a long since I was about 6. I started. My cousin used to show me some magic when he came to visit, and it was just something I fell in love with immediately. So I started from a young age, and I just kept on going with it. Yeah, it's been a passion of mine for a long time.
Listen, I imagine when you start out, you're not really good with the tricks. So the tricks might be failing. How do you able to push through that and to become the magician that you are today? Where it's like, you know what, the jokes are landing, the tricks are landing, everything is working out.
It's like anything in life. I think it just takes a lot of practice. You just have to keep on going.
Yeah.
When you start off, a lot of things go wrong, and it keeps on going wrong for a while. But the more you do it, the better you get at it. And yeah, it's like anything. You just have to keep on pushing through, and yeah. Keep
I love that you mentioned that, because with a lot of things in life, you do start off pretty not well, and then you get well over time. So I guess for all the people watching out there, if your magic trick doesn't work the first time, keep going. It might work the second or the third time.
Exactly.
But of course, with life and as an artist who's been doing this for over 10 years, you have so many proud moments. What is that one proud moment that you always look upon and say, you know what, I was really happy I was doing this job at this time?
I had this idea for an act to do for a very long time, since I started in magic, basically to mix clowning and classic clowning and magic and everything.
Yeah.
It was just an idea, and I never knew how to do it, and how it would come together. So in 2023, about 2 years ago, there was a EKSE Champs of Magic, and I decided to put this together, and my daughter performed with me, and we did this whole act. And yeah, we won the stage competition with the act. So it was something that took at least 10 years of figuring out how it would work. And eventually we managed to get it on stage and won the competition with it.
And I'm sure it was even more special because you had your daughter there, and of course you guys both made history together, and you won the competition. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was very special having my daughter on stage with me. And she was the star of the show, actually. So
Aren't they always? Daughter just stealing our sunshine. But of course, when we speak about magic, what would you say is the one thing that you've learned over time that you can say, you know what, this is the one thing that you need to hold on to? Because a lot of young people might not know what they want to be, and some are saying, you know what, I've always wanted to be a magician. I've always wanted to find out what is the one thing they need to learn at the beginning that will literally save them in their career.
I think you need to figure out if it's what is your passion, because if you're going to be doing something for 40, 50 years, you need to be something you are passionate about.
Yeah.
And I was lucky that I found magic, and it instantly was something that I'm passionate about. So definitely you need to find that's something that you know is going to, you know, have to wake up in the morning. It's not a schlep to wake up. You want to wake up in the morning and do this. And that is, I think that is very important to figure out before you embark on something.
You know, with a lot of us, sometimes we might make decisions and we talk about wanting to make it in life and then realizing, oh, actually, I need a lot of help. Would you say that you've had a lot of help in your career? You haven't just done it alone?
No, of course, yeah. It's definitely, with everything in life, you need people helping you. You need to reach out to people to ask them for assistance. You need to, like what I did, you have to learn from other guys. You have to get in contact with them and reach out to them. You know, you have to take that step and get in touch with people to figure out how you can do it.
How do you balance being authentic? Because in the careers that we're in, we're people pleasers. So if they want this for this campaign, you have to do that. If they want that, you have to do that. How do you balance that with also continuing to be authentic and true to yourself as Alex the Magician?
No, that's right. It's difficult sometimes to find that balance of what what you want to do and what the client wants at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, you need to figure out if it's something worth it. Sometimes you have to make some compromises, and sometimes you have to go with what they want, which might not be what you want. But at the end of the day, it's still something that you can keep on doing. And of course, then there's other opportunities where you can be doing what you actually want to do. So it's just finding that balance, which is always difficult.
Of course. And it always is. But I feel like at the end of the day, it should be worth it, especially if it's something that you really want to do.
As long as it's worth it for you at the end, then I think that's all that matters.
And of course, there are a lot of young magicians out there, and they're watching and they're saying, you know what, I want to be an Alex eventually one day. And of course, you are also going to be sharing some tips and tricks with me a little later, or rather fooling me with magic. But if someone's watching and they're saying, you know what, I really just want to get into magic, what would you say to that young person that's watching out there that wants to get into the same career as you?
Oh, there's definitely find some other magicians, reach out to them. All the magicians I know are always happy to help out, always happy to point you in the right direction. So just, make contact with magicians.
And how can we support you? How can we be fans of you? Where can we catch you if we're not catching you here on EKSE?
I've got the Facebook or Instagram, all these things. You can just look for Alexander May Magician, and it will show up.
And you used to come before, and remember you showed me some magic tricks, and I was like, you are fooling me quite well. So today I can't wait for you guys, rather for you to show me other magic tricks. Again, thank you so much for choosing us to come today. And for, of course, for showing us a little bit later what you're all about. We can't wait to see more of that. But right now, though, Umihlali is standing on the other side. Before she stands on the other side, please do continue to interact with us on our social media platforms. It is EKSE Live. Let us know if you had solar energy, how would you use it to change your community? But of course, Umihlali is standing on the other side with some drama kids as they perform, and take it away. Still tuned into the biggest huge show in the motherland, keeping you entertained all the way till the end of the show. And listen, if you missed the first part of the show, boo-hoo, and I'm throwing some tomatoes at you, but don't worry, you can still catch the repeats from tomorrow from the hours of 9 till 10 o'clock. Make sure you are staying tuned. Of course, I had to rethink that in my mind because I'm like, this is not city living. This is not city living. But of course, you are tuned into EKSE, which is a lovely youth show. And of course, I did speak to a magician before we went to the ad break. And I'm so excited to see some magic tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the great Alexander May, the magician, joining us in the studio to hopefully fool me as well as fool you, because we all know these are tricks. Are you actually going to teach me the tricks?
I'm not going to teach you the tricks, though. But
No. Okay, no, it's fine.
I'll tell you what, let's do a little bit of something about perception.
Okay.
Because magicians sort of mess with people's perception, right? We want you to see things that don't really exist or make you don't see things that do exist, right?
Okay.
So we're going to play a little game of perception.
Okay.
So first of all, we're just going to use these cards quickly. Now, these are empty cards. These are the cards when you before they go to the factory to be printed, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing on them.
Okay.
All of them are empty. But I want you to use your imagination, right? And if you use your imagination and you sort of wave it over here, you'll see sometimes that a card appears. One of them, just one of them.
Okay.
It prints itself. You see you've got a card over there. Now it's just blank. There's nothing else. It's just the one card, right? No, nothing on the back either.
Okay.
I want you to imagine that one of the backs appear also. So you'll see one of the backs have appeared.
Okay.
Also, on this time, it's just the back, though. There's nothing on the card. And the other backs are all empty.
Okay.
Right? Now I think if we can use our imagination a little bit more, we can maybe try and see if we can make them appear. Let's have a look. So you see now some of them appears over there, some of them appears over there, and some of them over there. Now you can see that most of the cards, they're all blank in a second ago. Now you can see they're all over there, right? All of them are printed, backs and fronts. All of the cards
Don't play with me.
Now, of course, we used our imagination, and unfortunately, imagination doesn't last.
Okay,
right? So you see that then the card disappears again. And this time, even though you did see it a second ago, you'll notice that all the cards are back to blank again.
Okay.
Only some of them still exist. So that's a little bit of a game of perception.
Okay.
Right?
That worked on me.
That worked on you? Let's try something a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
Right? So this is just some cards that appeared and disappeared. We're going to try and do a little bit different now. Right? Now in a second, before we do that, I've got some predictions over here.
Okay.
Right? You'll see prediction number 1, prediction number 2.
Okay.
I want you to keep on to prediction number 1. Just hold it over there, put your hand on top of it. Make sure I don't touch it while this is happening. I want you to make sure that you add it before we started. Okay? This one we're going to use in a second. I've got a book over here. I just want you to make sure all the pages are different. It's not just all the same page. Right? All the page numbers are there, all different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In a second, I'm going to go through like this. I just want you to say stop at any page that you like.
Okay.
Right? Don't let me force you, but you just say stop, right?
Stop.
Are you sure you want to stop there?
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to look at it, but we are going to put the envelope in here for a second, right?
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do is I'm going to lift up where you said stop.
Okay.
2 things has to happen. You have to tell us the page number you stopped at. That's going to be at the top over here on the right.
Okay.
You just say that out loud, but don't say anything else. Okay? Because I want you to look at the page. A word is going to jump out of you, and you're going to see it clearly. I want you to remember that word. Don't tell me, don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Just remember the word.
Okay.
Right? Very important.
Wait, am I telling you the page number though?
You're going to tell us the page number.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll lift it up. Just tell us the page number right on top of there.
241.
Okay. Now look at the page. Don't say anything. Is there a word that stands out for you?
Yes.
Don't say what it is.
Okay.
You've got a word?
Okay, I do.
Okay. Now you could have said stop at any of these pages, right?
Yes.
You said stop at page 2, 241.
241.
241. Okay, perfect. Now, and you had to look at a word. Yes? What was the word? What is the word that you're thinking of?
Psychologist.
Psychologist.
Yes.
Okay, so page 241, psychologist. Now,
Yes.
there's no way you could have stopped at any of these pages, right?
Yes.
Now, I said I have two predictions. We're going to open prediction number 1.
Okay.
Inside this envelope, don't
That's
open
number
that
2.
one yet. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, prediction number 2.
Okay,
Prediction
got
number 2.
you.
This is the piece of paper I put in here before the time.
Okay.
I want you to open it and read it for us.
Okay.
Yes? Read it for us.
I will. Don't play with me. The page will be 241 and the word will be psychologist.
That's what you said, right? You saw page 241 and you said psychologist was the word.
Yes.
All right. So that was my prediction, and this was inside here before you even stopped at any of these pages. Now, that was pretty good, right?
It was.
What if I told you that everything that just happened here didn't really happen?
What do you mean?
It was sort of a game of
Wait, let me
perception.
show the camera.
Yeah, show the camera,
Yes.
show the camera. Page 241, that's the page you stopped at, and the word psychologist,
Yes,
right?
yes,
That's
I
the word
did see
you're
that.
thinking of, the word
Yep.
psychologist.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I tell you what. Now, I did say that we're playing games of perception. I want you to see things that don't really exist.
Okay.
All right. You said page 230,
241.
241.
Yes.
I want you to take the book, and open fast on page 241.
Okay. Can I let go of
You
this?
can let go there. I won't touch it. I'm going to
Amazing.
stand over here. Go to page 241. What?
241 does not exist currently.
What do you mean? Let's show the camera.
Exactly that.
There's a page ripped out. And
Up
there's page 240 and this is page 240. Just go through and make sure there's no other page 241s that you might have seen.
Are
All the
they-
page numbers are different.
They are.
There's a page 241 is ripped out, right? But you
Yes.
just saw it a second ago.
I
You just saw
did.
it.
I did just see it.
You just saw, and I'll tell you what, remember you had your hand on that envelope before we started.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm going to hold it like this.
Page is gone.
I don't want to touch that.
Okay.
I want you to open that envelope and tell us what's inside. Tell us what's inside. And your hand was on it the whole time, right?
Is the beloved 241?
Page 241 is inside
Page,
it. Now there's a
literally.
word circled. What's the word? What's the word that's circled on that?
Psychologist.
Psychologist
How
is
did
circled.
that get? Oh,
Make
oh,
sure- make
I'm
sure.
tripping.
Make sure this is the page. Make sure that's not a different page. Make sure it fits. Make sure
I'm
is
tripping. Wait,
is
we
that
need
the
to
actual,
show them.
Yes,
Oh,
make sure is that the actual page 241. That fits perfectly, right?
No.
That's the actual page 241.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm like, I just saw this 2 seconds ago.
You just saw it in the book, and your hand was on top of that thing the whole time, right?
Alex, you are too good.
Thank you so much. I hope I played a bit with your perception
No, you
today.
absolutely did. I'm not even going to ask you how this happened because then I'll steal your juju
Yeah,
and go
no,
use
no.
it somehow.
we don't share that. We don't share
Oh,
that.
if someone is watching and they're saying, I need to catch you live again, where can we find you? When's your next show? When can we invite you again?
Yeah, we just go to my website. It's alexander-may.com or socials. It's always advertised on there. And there's some shows around town that people can watch and join. So yeah, just keep a look on that. Keep an eye on that and have a look out for shows. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
and
so much.
thank you for fooling me. I'm not fooled alone. I'm not tricked alone. I see the faces in the studio and everyone is like gasping with you. So thank you for joining
Thank
us
you so
today.
much for having
of
me.
course, ladies and gentlemen, that is Alex the Magician joining us in the studio. One last thing, of course, our conversation today was around solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you could use solar energy anywhere in your community, how would you use it to save the community in some way? I said I'd just make sure that nobody pays for electricity ever again because those electricity bills
That's true.
be high.
That's
Yeah,
true,
for you?
And I think a lot of agricultural things uses a lot of electricity. So I mean, if you can use that for food production and bring the cost down, I think that's always a good thing.
Actually, that's the real tea. But of course, we also care about what you guys are saying at home. It is EKSE Live across all social media platforms. Please do answer it for us and let us know what would you use in your communities. If you were to change your community in any way and you had access to solar energy, how would you best use it as EKSE Live across all social media platforms? This has been Alex the Magician. Can we give him a round of applause?
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
And
you
of
so
course,
much.
I have been the princess of presenting Not Riding Solo. Mihlali Ndlovukazi Yakaqonyeka is also in the building right now. A quick ad break for you and yours. Still so much more to come on EKSE Live.